So now we need to load our sound files into sound objects. In our projects, we went ahead and downloaded our sound files and placed them in our project folder. And yeah, now it's time to create the sound objects in our game. And yeah, what we're going to do is after we run pygame init, we are going to create, let's say, an intro loop is maybe what we can call it, or maybe we can say intro music, or maybe I think it would be better if we said maybe music intro. And then we're going to set it equal to pygame.mixer.sound, and then in the parentheses is an argument. You're going to say double quotes and say the folder name sound/file name. So we're going to say intro.ogg. And what this is going to do is it's going to go into pygame, go into the mixer, and then it's going to go and run the constructor for the sound class. And that is going to load this sound object, and it's going to return the sound object. Now we have it. It's in music_intro. So now that we have that, we can go ahead and play it. It's very easy to play. You just say music_intro .play, and that will play it. But if we do it here inside of the intro loop, then it's going to play every iteration of the while loop. So it's going to there's going to be a blurring effect. Watch if I go ahead and run it. Right. So sorry for that loud sound there. But yeah, so what was happening is that this while loop is running 60 times a second because that's what we set FPS at, and so it was running the intro file 60 times a second, beginning it. So let's go ahead and take that out. We're gonna put it right here, and then I'm gonna turn down my sound so I don't blow your eardrums out. And I will play it again. Okay, so then we have our intro music. But what we also want is when we click here, we want the intro music to stop, but it does not, right? So how are we going to fix that? Well, right here is when we either hit return or we click down on the mouse, and right there is where we want to stop the music. So we say music_intro.stop. Okay, and then we will run that. I click and it stops the music. Okay, one thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that this this sound file here plays indefinitely, like over and over and over again, right? So I'm not sure what the argument we need to give that is, so let me go look into pygame mixer, and then we will look inside of sound. So we'll go here to pygame mixer, and then we'll go to sound, and so we say play, and so we can give it a couple of arguments. The first one is loops. If we set the first argument to 0, then that means that the sound is not repeated, so it only plays once, right? If we set that argument to -1, then the sound will loop indefinitely. Okay, or we can go ahead and put an actual number in here, okay, and then it will loop that many number of times. So we're looking back over here, and I want this to loop indefinitely because somebody can be playing the intro loop for an hour, and I would want it to be playing indefinitely for an hour. So I'm going to put -1 right now. I'm not going to put 0. 0 would play it once, and if I put 6, it would play it 6 times. I want it to go indefinitely, so I put -1, and yeah, that's about it, right? And then just one thing, when you're thinking about creating your variable that's going to contain your sound object, you might be thinking, well, I want to make it global. And the reason you want to make it global is because, well, the sound object is going to be played over here, right? And here, when it bounces off the wall and bounces off the paddle. So since that's going to happen out there, then I should probably make my sound object here. Okay, but that's going to be a problem. So if we go ahead and do that, I will run it, and we get an error, right? And what is the error? The error is that we're trying to access Pygame, but we have not yet initiated Pygame, right? So we need to initiate Pygame first, and then we can access all of the different classes in Pygame. So we're going to take this, and we're going to put it right down here where it was before. Okay, and that's about it.